Hello world, how's it going? Hope you guys are all doing great. If not, as always, I hope it gets better for you. So welcome to another episode. We are in the garage section of the fish room. And as I mentioned before in the video that had the aphids and this was all grown over, we hacked that down if you guys saw that video. If not, go back a couple of uploads from this video and you should be able to find that. But I did mention over on this side that we would go over this. Many of you guys seem interested in it, and I wanted to show you guys what is going on over here. So here I've got a 5 gallon at the end and then 5 10-gallons there. And this is absolutely consumed by Brazilian Pennywort. And this actually all started with one strand a few months ago. It may have been more than a few months ago. Maybe half a year. I can't even remember when I threw it in there. As you can see, it has absolutely covered the whole entire top of this. And not only this side, but it has covered the other side as well, as you can see here on the other side. Here it's starting to chase over the top of the moss, you can see. And it's growing up, out, and down. This stuff is wild. And this, once again, is Brazilian Pennywort. You see all the beautiful flowers on it. Flowers a lot. And luckily, I haven't gotten any aphids on this. I think I got my aphid problem situated. Here's some pollen that comes off of these. Those could be tiny petals. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. And the big reason why I'm showing you guys this is I'm about to clean this up. I'll probably do a whole lot of trimming, maybe trim around this and trim around this. That way we can see what's going on in here. And this one I've got CPDs, a group of CPDs in there. Really hard to see if they're even still in there. Especially with that reflection. You can see there's a lot of Anubias still growing. There's some Java fern growing up underneath this. So there's little, oh yeah, there's CPD back there. See it in the back? There they are. They're still in there. So that Anubias, very little light. You see how much light is shining here with that Anubias down there. It's crazy how well plants can do with little to no light. Some of them at least. Ooh, there you can actually see the Placo. Now I can't remember which L number this is. You can see him down there. I think it's like 331 or 333, something like that. Can't remember exactly. I'm not very good with the L numbers. Here you can see they kick mulm up all over the Brazilian Pennywort. I do keep a little feeding hole to try to get food down there, but it's not easy. You can see, look how thick this is. But yeah, it just climbs right over. Then in the tank next to it, I've got a bunch of tiny little rice fish in here. These guys are always colony breeding within here. You can see some at multiple sizes. Lots and lots of babies coming from here. Those beautiful blue eyes. Here's some subwasser tang right there. That's growing up underneath this once again, like next to no light. Due to how thick that is, that's like a 10-gallon full, thickness wise, of Brazilian Pennywort. Goes all the way back. There you can see more of the little babies as I zoom in. They just litter the top of the water. Little eyes. Pretty neat. And then over on this side, I believe is just a lone guppy. Oh, wait, is that? I saw something that wasn't a guppy. What is that? It looks like there's a rice fish in here as well. Yep, that's a rice fish way down there. It's not wanting to focus, but he's right in the middle on the side there. And lots of algae. And in here, another group of CPDs, which this is going to end up being a full-on CPD tank. Pilo moss as well. The pilo moss goes all the way down and up. Once again, not much light. That pilo moss really doesn't need a whole lot of light to live. That's what I love about the pilo moss. It actually runs away from the light. As you see, it's not growing over towards this way. It's actually growing away from the light, which is kind of weird. But I mean, I guess mosses do love low light plants or low light situations. Just sewing there. You can barely see him in here just because the way that the glare and the light, it's pretty much impossible to get around this glare. They're in there around this container. Nice group of CPDs in there, but really hard to film in this tank. Now back over to the front side here. Got a bunch of split tail endlers here. Absolutely beautiful colors on these guys. Always tend to get male heavy though, for some reason. Once again, draping on through there. And in here we got some bow mani rainbow fish. Really stunning fish. It's hard to get the camera to focus on these tanks. Got a nice red line in them. A little purple on them. These guys are still hungry. But this actually has a top. This actually has a top on here. There's actually plants that grow. Here on the top is a bunch of Taiwan lilies. So I've got plants growing on here. I've got a layer here, and then I've got another layer here. And if I wanted to, I could probably get another layer on the bottom there of like moss or subwassertang or anubias or something. Just kind of wild. Kind of like this is. This has got anubias, and look, there's some more needle-leaf fern in there. That may be windelab actually, I'm not sure. Pretty thick fern back here on this side. Then lots and lots of that pennywort going all the way down. And in here there's some pencil fish. You can see one right there in the middle. There's not many in there. That's another reason why I want to redo some of these tanks, is just organize this stuff. And then this is pretty neat. This is a CPD group right here, and I did see some younger ones. Yeah, so they've been colony breeding in here. If I can get them captured. There he is though. There's a smaller one, way smaller than those adults. So they are colony breeding in here, which is really neat. And then in this tank I've got, looks like a blue shrimp in there. There's actually tetras in here. Oh, there's one of the plecos. I'm surprised I got him on film. But I've got some really cool rare plecos in here. There's some really rare tetras in here as well, but I doubt we're gonna be able to see them. They're super hard to find in here. Just saw a shrimp right there where the light was. A few shrimp. There's another shrimp. Quite a few of them. Even got some ants crawling around in here, being in the garage. In springtime, we get these little ants once in a while. And then, well, during the season. And here's more Brazilian Pennywort. We got the pilo moss. We got the anubias down there, the subwassertang. And there's actually Synodontis lucipennis in here growing up. Oh, there's one of those tetras. See it right there? And of course, he's not going to turn sideways for us. Oh, he ran. I was hoping he'd turn sideways. He's still down there. Oh, there's a couple of them. Here's a side view of that tank. You can see the nice anubias Kind of using the subwasser tank as a media there, which is nice. We got a wild net still in there because I was trying to trap these tetras that are in here. There's some of them. But with these rocks, it is super hard to get those tetras out. There's one of the Lucipennis. Just gave us a tiny glimpse of his whiskers. But I want to get those tetras out, and I want to try to breed them as well. And having all this plant material over here is kind of making this unfunctionable as far as breeding goes. Looks absolutely awesome. Yeah, community breeding would be awesome with it, but at the same time, I can't really function with this tank. So what I want to do, yeah, is trim all this around. So hopefully maybe keep it on the side and on the back wall. I will have to watch like dying leaves, because over time leaves die and grow and die and grow. But yeah, I definitely love this setup in this situation. It looks really cool, but not very functional. And as far as this whole rack, was supposed to be a huge rainbow grow out tank, but that kind of busted a leak down there. So now I'm gonna have to do something completely different with this, and I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do. I got a plan, maybe some dart frogs. I know it's not fish or whatever, but I don't know, that's a lot of space to be wasting for a paludarium, and I would like to do something cool. I always thought frogs would be kind of cool, and this would be a way to do it. So stay tuned for that, because more than likely there'll be stuff coming out for that. As you can see, I've got projects all over the place, just have to get to them. And this big tank up there still needs to be done. All right, so there you have it, a quick video about that section with the Brazilian Pennywort, as many of you guys wanted to see. Plus, if you guys want to check out the video after I clean it up, be sure to subscribe. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this. That way it lets me know you guys enjoy this type of content. And yeah, I hope you all have a great one, and I appreciate you guys all watching. Until next time, peace. Have a great one.